Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. And we are pleased to be joined on the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline by the interim coach of the McDonald Blue Devils, Mike Kollar. Coach, how are you today, sir?
Good, sir. Doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. First and foremost, before we talk McDonald girls basketball, how is Coach Matisi doing?
Actually, Coach Matisi came to practice last night for the first time in a long time, and he looks so much better, getting stronger, healthier, and his plan is to be there tonight when we play Ridge. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Coach, you've been playing this whole year. I've heard it said from your players, we're playing for Coach Matisi while he's, dealing with his issues. What's it been like seeing this team kind of rally around and just play for Coach?
You know what? The girls just play hard no matter what, but him at practice yesterday, man, that was nice to see. The girls were really excited to see him back in the gym and him looking better than, he has in a while. So that's where I really noticed it yesterday when he showed up. They got really excited.
Coach, this year has just been it's been a whirlwind for so many obvious reasons. COVID shutting you guys down and all of Trumbull County down for most of the month of December. You played a few games before the health board shut down the Trumbull County schools. You hit the ground running in late December, early January, and started playing a ton of basketball games. What is the state of your basketball team right now going into the tail end part of the 2020-2021 regular season?
Well, right now, I actually think we're right on the cusp of having our legs back totally, being back in basketball shape. When they shut us down, like you mentioned, we couldn't even have practice. They would only let 8 girls in the gym even when we reopened. So we did a lot of shooting, worked on things like that, but nothing gets you back in basketball shape like playing basketball. So this past, 2 weeks has been really playing hard, getting in shape, watching more of our shots go in now that our legs are getting back. And I think we're really ready to hit our stride, to tell you the truth.
Coach, you had a tough game against West Branch on Monday. You lost by 3, but, you're 2 divisions up when you're playing a team like that. What did that game do for you guys going forward and playing an opponent like West Branch?
I think it did wonders for us, to tell you the truth. Our senior leader, 1,000-point scorer, does everything for us on the court, fouled out in the game with 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the game. And our girls competed all the way to the end. In fact, had chances to take the lead. Ball just didn't go in. We had a 3 at the buzzer, a good look, and didn't go in to tie it. But those girls played a whole quarter without her, which they hadn't done for a long time, and I think that did wonders for our whole team.
Coach, when you guys first opened up, was the temptation there to schedule 3 and 4 games a week and essentially use your practice time as playing games and with the thought of experience is the best teacher? Were you guys tempted to play 4 games a week?
Well, that's actually what happened, and I don't know if we were tempted more so than just forced. Otherwise, we weren't even going to get 20 games in. Just the math, doing the math, you have to play 3 and 4 games a week just to get 20 games in a month, So that's what we tried to do, and I think it's going okay for us. We got tired there for a little bit, then we kind of bounced back. So I think, like I said, right now, we're kind of right where we want to be, I think.
Like you said, you have Ridge tonight, and then you have the rematch with Western Reserve on Saturday. What kind of things do you want to see from the girls and from the team in the next couple games to close out the week?
Well, we go to Ridge tonight, and that's a little bit of a cross-street rival there a little bit. They're a very young team. So I'm hoping to, work on some things tonight that, we need to tone up on and everything. And then, of course, a big one on Saturday. That's always a great game. And, they've beaten us. We've beaten them in the past few years. It's been back and forth. And hopefully we can play well Saturday.
Coach, Anthony and I were going through the list of names in the Super Size Me district tournament. 24 teams in this Super Size district tournament, and I got to believe that McDonald is going to be the top seed or no lower than the second seed in a 24-team field where ideally you're going to be splitting 12 teams on one side, 12 teams on the other side. This has the makings of a really interesting postseason.
I agree. According to our record and the teams we've played and beaten, I would expect the 1 or 2 seed. I mean, I guess really doesn't matter which way you fall or whatever. You got to win every game then. You know, it's tournament time. There's nothing better than that. I think without the amount of fans because of COVID, it might be, I don't know, not as exciting for some people, but not for the kids. You know, not for the kids. They're just out there to play and win and hopefully move on every game. It doesn't matter if you lose to a 2 seed or a 12 seed. If you lose, you're done. So you got to play every night.
You know, your first year with this program, what has impressed you so much so far about the players you have and the community that you're in down at McDonald?
Well, it's been nothing but support, tons of support from the administration to other coaches to parents. It's been an amazing amount of support. And as for the team, man, they really are basketball savvy. They have, you know, grit to them, and they just know how to win. They know how to win, you know, tight games, and it didn't work out for us the other day, but they really have that knowledge and experience that, you know, can go a long way.
Yeah, McDonald has developed into quite the program. And, you know, we sit back and we talk about the varsity team and the success that the varsity team is having. There's success all the way down the line at McDonald. You've turned that town, it's been a basketball town for quite some time, but that town just loves its basketball, and it shows at both boys and girls.
You know, absolutely. I mean, the boys are undefeated right now, and I know the community is a little frustrated because not a lot of them get to come to the games this year, and that's, you know, just an unfortunate sadness to this whole pandemic. But, you know, thanks to you guys at YSN, at least they get to see the game live. So kudos to you guys.
One of the things we want you to do while we have you on is just highlight your senior leaders and what they bring to the team and some of the things that you've noticed that make them so good leaders on the floor.
Well, we are senior loaded. You know, we have 7 seniors on the team this year. 4 of them start. And, you know, it's Molly and Maddie Howard. You know, those 2 can do pretty much anything. They have size. They can shoot the ball from anywhere. They can handle it, pass it, whatever you need them to do. We have Sophia Costantino, who probably are one of the best shooters I've ever played with or coached. You know, she's dead eye. You know, she just makes shots. We got Brooke Lewis coming off the bench for us. She's been a highlight reel every time she's in there, just cleaning up the boards. And another senior, Emily Pratt, has been kind of under the weather a little bit, and she hasn't really gotten back into it yet. Carly Stitt, another senior. Anything we ask her to do, she's in there. She even played a couple JV quarters for us when we didn't have enough so that we could actually play the game. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention our one junior in Lucia Wolford, who really does everything for us. And finally, there's Taylor Tuchek, who is one of the best defenders I have ever been around. She is lightning quick. Her hands are so fast, and she just causes havoc for other teams' offenses. It's a great weapon that we have in Taylor.
Interim head coach of the McDonald Blue Devils, Mike Kollar, joining us on the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline. And you mentioned Coach Matisi will be back for tonight's game, and obviously his health has improved dramatically. Anthony and I are anxiously awaiting where everyone is seated, how the drawing is going to come about. I can only imagine the excitement level that you guys have looking at this potential field and who you could be matched up against in the tournament trail. We're giddy about it. You guys have to be giddy times 100.
We are. We're sometimes the end of the season gets kind of monotonous with practice and everything. You just kind of tune it up. But once that ball goes up in them tournament games, it's like a whole new season. So everybody's excited about it.
How important is it going to be when tournaments start that you have a lot of players that just know how to win and they've been there before? The stage isn't going to be big, and I think, like you said, senior led. How big is that going to be in the tournaments?
Oh, I think it's huge, absolutely huge. Not only have they been there before and know what to expect, but their expectations are higher this year. Lots of teams, they set goals for the year and maybe win the league or win a tournament game, and they reach that goal and then they just kind of fall off. I can't see that happening with this team. They are hungry and they want to win every game. So,
well, Coach, exceed your dreams, and once you hit them, become greedy. That's all we're asking.
All right, we'll give it our best shot.
Hey, thanks a lot for coming on, and we will talk soon.
Hey, I appreciate the call.
All righty. Interim head coach of the McDonald Blue Devils, Mike Kollar, on the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline.